Whether we believe in our capacity for self-government or whether we abandon the American Revolution and confess that a little intellectual elite in a far distant capital can plan our lives for us better than we can plan them ourselves. You and I are told increasingly we have to choose between a left or right. Well, I'd like to suggest there is no such thing as a left or right. There's only an up or down.
It has been long overdue to expose the truth that the Democrats and Republicans are sucking the life out of America's liberty and usurping our rights at every turn. Now is the time to seize our civil liberties and take back our individual rights. Here on Southern Liberty, we will expose it all. With his musket on his back, the Declaration of Independence in one hand, and the Constitution in the other, here's your host, Roderick Threets.
Happy Sunday, little ones. Appreciate y'all coming through for some talk on monarchy. Because you know we all are chasing and looking for it, right? We're tired, right? Y'all listen to good old Rod over here. You know, sometimes he don't make any sense sometimes when he tells you. But we're all searching for that monarchy, right? We're searching for that ability to self-govern, right? We're searching for people to take those chains and boots and anchors off of us so we can be the best person we can be. But as long as there's guidelines on how we're supposed to be a good citizen, a good person, that ain't the person that you may be. And they're trying to browbeat you, have you kowtow to what they think is a good citizen, right? Now, I liken this to the social credit score over in China. Okay. Social credit score in China says that if you say certain things about the government on social media, they dock you. They shut off your bank account. You can't listen to the radio at all, or they'll limit your TV time. You know what I'm talking about? See, this is what we're talking about. Total rule over man, right? Behavior controls, right? This is why they want to take God away from people. Whatever you call God, whatever you call him, Allah, you call him Buddha, call him whatever you want, the gentle gods, whatever you want to call the creator. They want to take that from you, appealing to a higher being. They want to replace the creator with them, right? You worship me, right? And this is what feudalism and monarchy, I didn't say monarchy, remember, monarchy created, right? This is what they created. They tested it over time. They found out who's compliant, not compliant. We just went through the Chinese fire drill. Literally, I know y'all as kids played the Chinese fire drill, right? Where you get up and you change sheets around, you run around. We just played that with COVID. Now look, the Chinese and up in the ante on us, telling countries to leave the dollar. But we looking for monarchy. Leave us alone. Let us flourish on our own. Let us blossom into what we want to be. Not tell us you got to go this route, that route, and this route to be considered a good citizen. I say no, Mr. Pretend Massa. You got it all wrong. You need to conform to what we want because, look, this is our society. This ain't yours. All right. This is ours. Okay. And every single United States national has been marginalized in one way or another. You can't take that plight from individual people being marginalized by a system that y'all created, trying to be overreaching, overarching, and say you need to be this person for us to gain favor from us. But before I continue down here on the pulpit of liberty and monarchy, you already know the special guest. She ain't special no more. She's a regular. She a regular like Wrigley's Double Mint Gum, Juicy Fruit, Chiclets, Tic Tac. You know what I'm saying? Mars bar. You know what I'm saying? She regular like that. But you know what I'm saying? She even regular, like, you know, I'm not even going to put that on out there like that, but you know what I'm saying? She regular like that though. But anyway, y'all welcome Miss Aja Smith.
What's going on? Beautiful Palm Sunday.
Palm Sunday. Look.
Yes.
See why you went down on Palm Sunday. See, cause look, I ain't trying to hit nobody with no palm leaf. I'm trying to hit them with the palm of my, I'm trying to hit them with the palm of my hand. I'm trying to smack some sense into them, praise Lord. I'm trying to whop.
I hear you, man. I hear you. You know, the thing, you know, I try to make Sundays like a peaceful day and relax and watch movies until I get on social media, until I get on Twitter. I'm like, good grief.
Look, this guy told me last night, real talk, y'all. Real talk. Check this out. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for this, Liberty Defenders? This guy on Twitter last night told me that democracy is self-governance.
I think I saw you retweet that. I said, I am done. I am done.
Come on, Aja, break that down for us.
When has mob rule become self-governance?
Come on with it now.
I don't understand where people getting these the definitions of terms, and it just frustrates me. Everything just I have to look back, and I don't even comment anymore. I just look and like, we're dumb ass taught you.
Look, they all need to be hit with an unabridged dictionary. All of them, just hit them with it, just whop.
Not even, because if you get them a dictionary, they'll still deny it and say it's not true. And we're at a point now where, you know, I've been thinking very hard last year, but mainly this year, we're in an intellectual war. It's pretty much, you know, we talk about where do people get the stuff like the term woke and everything else. We're in an intellectual war. It's a psyop. It's a psychological intellectual war, and both sides are doing it. And how much bullshit can we convince people to believe us? And they're getting paid.
Look,
they're getting paid.
Here's the mucked up part about the whole thing, right? And I'm going to go down the political lines a second, the political party lines a second, right? Woke didn't become a word until Democrats started using the word.
Correct.
Right? That's just one example. And then now they're like, oh no, Republicans and conservatives are using woke like that, like it's something bad. Wait, y'all brought it up. They just playing off of what you said. But again, we talk about the messaging Republicans. I'm going to leave that alone. But that's because that's neither here or there. But these people are using words, changing the definitions. I mean, they're implying a meaning of a word that is the complete antithesis of the definition of the word.
Correct. Like the word liberal.
Yeah.
They hijacked that word.
Yep.
They hijacked. I mean, this. You know, just a little etymology. Like, what does fag mean?
It's a cigarette. English term is cigarette. Yeah.
It's a cigarette. Gay meant happy.
Mm-hmm.
So, going through another enlightenment transformation and how words are getting a new definition.
Well, what you're describing, Miss Aja, is called postmodernism.
Okay.
That's basically what that is. They think, right? They use woke, right? They use woke as an entryway into being able to change words. Because remember, right? Let's keep this G, right? Let's keep this all the way G a second, right? It was it was us melanated folks that made up words, right? And look. Let's even take it back further than that, right? Let's go back to the Gullah Geechee and the Gullah language. Content bless 100 children. Huh? We were already making up words.
Correct.
Right? We were making up words to add the English back in the late 1600s, 1700s, right? With the pidgin language, right? We were already at Creole. We were already doing it. We was already making up words to add to American English.
Yeah.
Right? Now, with that, right, these so-called people that, watch this, they claim they're anti-racist, pick up the language like it's something cool. It's like, no, fool, it's not cool. It's not cool for you to walk around out here in the street telling some, excuse my language a minute, yo. Yo, what's up, nigga? Whoa, wait. I'm for freedom of speech, but you can't sit here and talk about cultural appropriation while you're doing it in the same breath. Right? These same people sit here, call black folks Uncle Toms when Uncle Tom, right, came from black communists through Vladimir Lenin. You
Correct.
Can't sit here and talk about cultural appropriation and talk up the other side of your neck using the cultural appropriation to down the people that created the damn word. Make that shit make sense, please.
It can. You can't. It's so far gone now that I don't even think we got a point of return to go back. Even if what you
have
just
we crossed
said,
the Rubicon?
I think we crossed it. We're done. It's the bridge is burned. You can't repair it. You can't amend it.
Right.
But the only way that you can fight back is to what you just said and to spit them, just use their tactics against them and hit them with that.
Right.
Like I was listening to Sonny Johnson this morning. Well, today she had a space about some of the things that are going on the right, because we do hit the right very hard, especially as black conservatives, and pointing out the issues coming from the Republican Party with the pundits. You know, you take what these people are saying and you shoot it right back and say, yeah, colonization was great. Yeah, those people were racist, and you hit them right there, and it proves their point.
Right.
You hit them right. You turn it around where they'd be like, what? Wait, what? I didn't know. That's what you said. Colonization was great. Slavery was great. Yes, it was totally racist, and it's great. And who did it benefit? Who did it benefit?
Yep.
Who, and how did it benefit? And you turn it right back around to them.
Mm-hmm. You represent it the same way.
And you present it the same way, and you can't argue no more. They cannot argue or defend it anymore.
No, and it's true.
And that's the only way that we can take it back, slowly but surely.
Right.
But that's for the left and the right. I'm so sick of with the pundits. I'm so sick of the hijacking the words and turning them around. And I'm like, that's not what it means. You just turn it right around and say, oh, yeah, that is woke. And I'm so conscious and enlightened. And they're like, wait, well, what? That's what it means.
Yep. Exactly. Just like last night with that
Like
stupid
the term,
comment.
like the term conspiracy theorist.
Yeah.
I was called that for a long time, but now you're saying, oh, conspiracy theorists are fact checkers. Okay, I'm woke. The first, if you want to say woke only belongs to a certain group, okay, fine. But I can name a lot of woke white people, Asian people, Latin people,
right.
A lot of philosophers. It doesn't matter.
Right. There you go.
It means that you're conscious and you're aware.
Right. That's correct. Yeah, woke isn't LGBTQ. It's none of that garbage that they try to present to us. And a lot of times, right, and a lot of the listeners know when they listen to me, I preach this to them. Like, you know, this we have to get to a point where we need to inflict the pain back on them, because, look, they have set the bar so high that they cannot come down off that bar without being completely destroyed.
But
just like you said, we have to take the language and flip it back on them. Just like,
it back on them.
Right. Just like last night, that guy said, "Oh, well, democracy is this," and I'm like, "Well, democracy killed a whole lot of black people and brought people across on slave ships."
On slave ships, my rule.
Look, dude was shook. Because I flipped it back on him. I was like, your democracy, right? Since you want to uphold this democracy and self-governance, allowed the transatlantic slave trade to happen.
Chattel slavery.
Right. And then he turned around and hit me with the tax thing. I said, should we talk about how taxation shifted from chattel slavery to the 16th Amendment? It wasn't just dark melanated people that was chattel. Now all 330 million people in this country are chattel to the United States government. Do you want to make that correlation, my friend? And this dude got quiet as a church mouse.
And when you do that, they get quiet, they block you. Okay, keep it moving. Keep it moving. And you hit it right back. Just like somebody told Miss Pinky, Nicole tweeted, somebody said, oh, everybody should. No, somebody had tweeted about Ashton Kutcher and his wife, Mila, I forget her name, how they're going to donate all their wealth to charity. And so I'm like, okay, that's fine. That's their money. And one guy said, well, see, they need to pay taxes. I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up.
Right?
The one lady who did it, tweeted it, she said, you the damn problem why we're at today as black folks.
See, it's these people, right? He
said taxes are the moral thing to do. Are you fucking serious? This is a form of slavery.
Right. That's right.
It's a form of slavery.
That's exactly right. But here's the funny thing, right? When will they realize it? Because again, people like in our circle, people that listen to this show, right? Listen to the experience today. Listen, you know what I'm saying, to Southern Liberty, right? We get it. We understand it, right? But it's going to be that group of people, right? It's going to be that group of people that tosses it completely on its head.
Yep. I don't know. It's just to a point where I'm observing a lot of this and trying to soak it in and just say, what? I don't know. Social media has become this idiocracy platform.
The idiocracy.
Or are these people really human? Are they AI bots that's pushing this shit?
Look here, Miss Aja. Look here. What it is, it's a meritocracy based on idiocracy. Right? The more of an idiot you are on social media, the more you're amplified. Right? Because the government needs these idiot voices, right? The useful idiots, Hitler, Third Reich, Fourth Reich, right?
Right here. Fourth Reich is right here.
Yeah, hello.
It's in America.
Hello, right? So now they need these useful idiots to uphold the Fourth Reich in a good light.
But here's the funny part, but it's sad, but it's funny, and I'm laughing.
Mm-hmm.
Here we are in the United States arguing over the weirdest bullshit. But meanwhile, China, Russia are all going and teaming up with African countries and doing their currency. But we're over here arguing over woke.
No, but the CDBC is going to be great for us because we don't have to print no more money. See,
but we're arguing over the word woke.
But look,
arguing over the weirdest bullshit.
Look, they want to be woke.
Is teaming up,
right? They want to be woke. Look.
Woke up to where China we're going to be using their currency.
Look here. Look.
How did this happen? And we're going to all be eating borscht.
Look here. Why they sitting here thinking they so-called woke, right? They forgot that that Congress signed away the coinage clause in the Constitution to the Federal Reserve, right? They forgot about that part. They forgot about that whole part.
I know a lot of people may not agree with me, but that TikTok thing, no, that's the Patriot Act 2.0.
Yeah, oh yeah, hell yeah, 100%. The Restrict Act, man, look here.
No. They're using TikTok as a scapegoat.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Using
Yes.
TikTok as a scapegoat. So then and so I forgot who called him out, but one of the news commentators called out Lindsey Graham and said, "You signed it." "Oh no, I did it." "Oh yes, you did. You supported this bill."
Yep.
The Patriot Act 2.0. So that shows you right there. These fools up in K Street in D.C. don't even know what the hell that they're signing and
Nope. No, they don't. They sure don't. They don't have a clue.
Oh, we got to ban TikTok. We got to ban TikTok. No, TikTok is not the problem.
Yep. The problem, you know what the real, I personally think the real problem is the federal government does not have control, right?
Thank you.
Now, let's reel that back.
They don't have control like how they could. Well, they started Facebook. Let's keep it Gucci right now, okay? Zuckerberg did not found Facebook. The government did. He's the front face. That's just me. I'm the conspiracy theorist. I'm the woke. Okay.
Now let's reel that back, though. Let's reel this back a second, right? Let's reel this TikTok thing back a second, right? People on TikTok was reporting local news before the legacy media was getting it. They couldn't have that because people were filming live video, right? Watch this.
Yeah. I'm going to TikTok now, and I find more live videos on everything around the world.
Yeah, but because they need. But now let's wind this back a minute, right? The Jonas Brothers, right? You remember when they did that video with Joe Biden, Bing Bang, right? Mm-hmm. They were tracking, and all the people that advocated for COVID-19 vaccines on TikTok were paid by the federal government. And you know what the federal government did? Their cyber terrorism task force, you know what they did? They pulled the algorithms and analytical data from these creators off of those videos and see how they could control the algorithm.
Yep, they can't control it.
Hence, now we have to restrict that. We can't control it. We got to shut it down.
Yep. And I tell people, you know, and this goes back when I was very, very heavy in my local politics, and I learned they always use children to justify.
Yes.
Oh, we need to raise the taxes for the kids, for the public safety, and push a bond measure. Now you're using children. Oh, because children are so vulnerable on TikTok. First of all, I don't know. Okay, I have TikTok. I've seen some crazy stuff, but I keep it scrolling. Okay, unless it's Eric Mays, I'm rolling. Okay, when I watch council member Eric Mays on TikTok. But you as a parent should have more control instead of allowing the government to make excuses to control. Now they're using children to justify for this Restrict Act, where you need to say no. You always use the children. You always use disabled. You always use every minority group to justify for the government to take control and to strip our free speech and our liberties.
And let's even roll that back, right? This Restrict Act, right? And I've been talking about this real heavy for the last couple of weeks, right? Well, I've talked about the parent-child tort doctrine, right? And you know, the different nuances of that, right? Forcing parents, right? Penalizing parents for children using social media is crap, because they're setting it up again. People, y'all listen, and I will say this again until I'm blue in the face, right? They are using, again, children to get parents' information on social media apps. Because the parents have to verify the child is old enough to be on social media, and they need the parent's birth date and name in order to do that. Whose fault is that
for doing it? Whose fault is that for doing it?
Honestly, you want the honest opinion?
Yeah.
Both teams.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
right?
But you allow your pundits to tell you, oh my God, yes, the kids, and kids are getting on there versus the Asian kids in China. Oh, well, they're learning a lot of educational things. That's fucking bullshit. That's propaganda, people. I can go on TikTok right now and learn physics.
Look, check this out though. Back on the same vein I was on there a second ago, right? No, you good, right? Because see now, once they have the parents' birth date and name, they know where that child is. They can track that child, and if that child puts up anything disturbing on TikTok, like, oh, I feel like I'm going to commit suicide, or suppose, hey, I want to transition, but my parents won't let me. Guess what? The government can track that IP, track that child. They have your name and birthday. They will come to your house and snatch that kid from you and call it child abuse. Y'all keep playing with me and ignoring what I'm telling you right now, but they will use that application if they pass the Restrict Act to do just that. Any type of, they would deem abuse, CPS will be at your front damn door ready to snatch your kid away because of a social media app and your name is attached to it. And they're acting like this. So now they're going to hit you with charges. You got to go through all these parenting programs to get your child back. They're going to, meanwhile, during all that time, they're going to convince your child that they're trans. Right? Yeah. That they're not in the right body. They're going to pay for the transitioning of that child and make you pay for it. Right? They're going to pay for it up front, but you're going to pay for it on the back end, and you'll no longer have custody of that child. It sounds like parents will be paying child support to the government because away a child, but all for the kids though, right? Y'all think I'm out here playing. I'm telling you how they're playing this through.
And you brought up a good point. You say now you're paying child support to the government, but here you are supposed to be, well, I'm a patriot. I'm liberty-minded, and I'm pro-Constitution. But you still keep falling for the government to take away everybody's freedom of speech and liberties and rights because you keep falling for the same hoodwink, bamboozled propaganda because of the kids. Miss me with the kids right now. Miss me with the kids. Trust me. I love children. I want children to be safe. I want children to be everything. But miss me with the propaganda because of the kids. Because as a black woman, I'm tired of the LGBTQWIZ community always using black people or black women's struggle to justify their bullshit. So same thing. On this side, and I'm a Republican, I'm tired of hearing people on both sides of the aisles using children as their propaganda puppets to pass a bill that will take away more of our liberty and rights, just like the left uses black women especially and all of our grievances to justify all of their bullshit and rights. So let's keep it Gucci today.
Oh, you can keep it Gucci. I always keep it Woodrow, baby. You know what I'm saying? But
let's keep it a buck here. So every time I hear, well, the children and China's spying on us. First of all, China's always been spying on us. They have a freaking police department in freaking New York, and they're buying up the farmland. Okay, so we're past that point of return now. Now, if you really want to know, you need to start looking the way this country is going to fall is every elected person that you voted for, even the person that you voted for, are part of the damn problem up there in Congress and in the Senate that are going to have this country fall to its knees to erase the Constitution, the Republic, and the Bill of Rights. We are losing our liberties every single day because if they can't use children, they use black people, or they use old people, or they use they use any they use a group. They use anything where it can stick to the wall.
Let's call a spade, right? They will use any demographic of people that they have marginalized, right? Correct. It can be anyone. They could exacerbate a problem in the Jewish community, right? And turn on, we got to do this for Jewish people. We got to do it for Jewish people. It's like, wait, y'all created the problem for them, and now you gonna be Captain Save-A-Hole for Jewish people? Wait. We seen you do this.
You know, politics is a science, but it's really psychology. We are in a psychological phase where they really have easy access to play with our emotions psychologically.
Yeah.
Pretty soon I'm going to be enrolling in a degree program for political psychology to learn more in depth. But it's they start out locally and they move their way up to the federal government where they're pushing these bills, he's pushing these acts. And when you see both sides of the aisle start agreeing with this, you got to say, oh, wait a minute, hold up. It's not a Republican thing. It's not a Democrat thing. You have both sides of the aisle are pushing this act. So then you should say, ding, 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 something going on here if they're doing this publicly.
Mm-hmm. And it's wide like outside.
Because they usually shake hands behind closed doors at the Hamilton or somewhere where they went to go eat. But they're going out publicly and they're agreeing on this. Yeah, we should be working together for the better of the American people. But when you're starting to put on censorship on social media platforms, no, we ain't falling for this trick. No, we already did that with the Patriot Act. No, because with the Patriot Act, they use Muslims as a scapegoat to justify why they had to pass it. Oh, it was the war on terrorism. No, you wanted to see what the fuck Americans were doing. It wasn't because of the Muslims.
Hey, my Southern Liberty family, y'all heard me say that on Friday, right? Y'all heard me talk about that on Friday. How they justify they justify the unity
to justify Patriot Act to say, oh, we're going to see if they're sleeper cells. No, you were spying on us with the NSA and every other alphabet agency out there trying to see what the hell that we were doing, what we're starting, and then you started social media.
And look, and this is why they're trying to get Eric Snowden.
Right.
I mean, Ed Snowden, yeah. That's why they're trying to get Snowden. Yeah. Snowden got the whole shit, y'all.
Yeah.
Don't think he don't, but they trying and see, and you know what? And we got to go pay bills in a second, but I just have this eerie theory in my head, right? Mm-hmm. They're trying to go after Russia, not because of oil, not because of Ukraine. They're trying to go after Russia for Snowden. Yeah, and I'm just saying, right? Because look at all the President Biden has only talked about one person during his whole presidency, and it's been Putin. We got to release Brittany Griner. Now you got to release this so-called journalist that's over there right now, right? We ain't going to talk about the other guy, Phelan is his name? Yep. We ain't talking about that cat. We ain't talking about him. Release him. Right? We release him? Nah. Look, y'all, Putin, again, I say it again. People are playing Putin to be a damn fool.
He's not.
This cat
a KGB agent.
This cat ain't playing with nobody. He ain't playing.
Right? And he's on his last day, so he definitely ain't playing.
Yeah. So all I'm gonna say is the United States government, all the intelligence agencies in the federal government knows that Snowden knows what they know, and he knows, and Snowden, he's not going to release it yet. It's going to get to a point where it's going to be like, okay, y'all want to play with me? That's it. And I bet you 100%, if a ceasefire happens in Ukraine, Putin is going to get what he wants. Because just based on the fact he has Snowden in his country.
Now, here's my question then before we go out and pay some bills and stuff. Do you think with Assange and between Assange and Snowden, they're going to drop stuff at the same time?
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be a bombshell right there.
Oh, yeah. I know they will. And it's going to shock a whole lot of American people that thought their government was on the up and up. Now, those of us, those of us, again, right, as liberty defenders, we always hold government to account. We don't put anything past them. Nothing. We scrutinize everything, and yes, sometimes we get it wrong. But you know what? I would rather scrutinize and get it wrong than to be passive on my knees and get my head chopped off and not know what's coming. I'm just saying. We got to go pay the bills thing. So you already know what to do. Do the cheese one and crackers. When we come back, more of Miss Aja. And we're going to talk about the things. We're going to wrap it up with a bow on top. And we're going to roll out this Sunday. So y'all stay tuned. We'll be back here in 5 here on Southern Liberty.
For a bumpy ride. I'm Mary Corsetti, Fox News. Former President Trump is at his Mar-a-Lago estate getting ready for his arraignment in a Manhattan court Tuesday. He's being charged over his alleged role involving hush money payments to an adult film star. Fox's Jonathan Seri reports on how his potential rival, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, is reacting.
Speaking in New York, the Florida governor said if the allegations are true, they're no more than misdemeanors, and he criticized Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg for prosecuting a former president, again, not one that he named, while showing leniency for common criminals.
Every other time, he's trying to take the felonies and downgrade them to misdemeanors. This guy is doing politics.
Mr. Trump has been traveling locally in the community surrounding his Mar-a-Lago estate this weekend.
Meanwhile, the list of Republican presidential candidates has grown by one with a Sunday announcement.
My decision is I'm going to run for president of the United States.
Former Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson revealed his intent on ABC's This Week. A more formal announcement comes later this month. He said his decision comes after traveling the country for months and listening to voters.
I'm convinced that people want leaders that appeal to the best of America and not simply appeal to our worst instincts.
As for the indictment of former President Trump, Hutchinson says the case is a sideshow to his candidacy and believes the former president should drop out of the race.
Fox's Gernal Scott. And devastating storms swept across the Midwest and the South this weekend. One of the places hit hardest is Little Rock, Arkansas, where a tornado tore through the area on Friday.
This was an EF3 tornado that struck here in Little Rock, Arkansas, with winds of up to 165 miles per hour. A massive swath this tornado cut through this community, 29.9 miles.
Fox Weather's Max Gordon. America is listening to Fox News.
Her long-lost grandfather left her in charge of a crime family.
If the boss says you are the boss, you're the boss now.
Now, this suburban mom...
I made muffins!
...is about to become a mafia don. Toni Collette.
I am not a boss.
Monica Bellucci.
It's just like The Godfather. I never saw The Godfather.
Okay, look, it's really hard to find 3.5 hours.
Mafia Mama. Rated R. Under 17, not admitted without parent. Only in theaters April 14th.
The city of Amsterdam is telling British tourists to stay away, some of them at least, as Fox's Jonathan Savage explains from London.
With broken glass and the sound of sirens, the Dutch are getting their message across. Brits who search online for Amsterdam pub crawl or cheap hotel Amsterdam will find warning videos among the results. Amsterdam is fed up of British men using their beautiful city for bachelor parties and boozy weekends. Then there's the fact that cannabis is legal. All this means a certain type of tourist is being told he's no longer welcome. The videos tell British men they could end up with a life-changing injury or a criminal record. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
And actress Kaylee Cuoco is beaming after giving birth to her first child. The star of The Flight Attendant and The Big Bang Theory said on Instagram Saturday that she and fellow actor Tom Pelphrey now have a daughter named Matilda Carmine Ritchie Pelphrey, adding that they are overjoyed with the new light of their lives. Cuoco and Pelphrey, an actor from the soaps Guiding Light and As the World Turns, began dating last year and announced in October that they were expecting a child together. Meanwhile, you don't have to feel bad if you fail at something, because now there's a museum celebrating lack of success. Fox's Shayna Estelin explains.
Do you remember the Google Glass? Google's attempt at smart glasses? How about Pringles with Olestra, those fat-free chips that had an unfortunate side effect? Just some of the items the Museum of Failure has been highlighting with pop-up exhibits around the world. You can now check out the museum in Brooklyn, New York through May. The psychologist who came up with the idea 5 years ago says it's to show that we need to accept failure if we want progress and innovation. So remember, if you don't succeed, try again, or at least be comforted that your idea could end up in a museum somewhere. Shayna Stulin, Fox News.
I'm Marie Corsetti, and this is Fox News.
The Fearless and Proud podcast series looks at acts of bravery and strength by women. March is Women's History Month, and in this first season, we look at women who played important roles in the Civil War as soldiers, spies, and nurses. We'll discuss famous examples of women pretending to be men to become soldiers and spies on both sides. Subscribe and listen now at foxnewspodcast.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, welcome back to Chasing Life, Liberty, and Minority. Appreciate y'all for hanging out with me and Miss Aja Smith this evening while we talk through the things and all that good stuff. Make sure if you're not subscribed to this show, make sure you're going and checking your little Google search thingy or whatever. Chasing Life, Liberty, and Minority. Mark it down. 8 p.m. Sunday, every Sunday, not a Sunday miss, Eastern Time. 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you also subscribe to Southern Liberty on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you come through like Kung Fu as always. Support the show, all those good things. If you're not part of the Patreon Southern Liberty family, run on over to patreon.com/TOLM. That stands for Torch of Liberty Media. And all proceeds from the Patreon goes directly into our marketing to get us into other markets in the country. You know, because the word of liberty needs to be out there more than anything at this point in time. So what better way to help spread the word than to go to individual public radio outlets and pitch your show, and hey, they might put you on. But it's worth it, and all that goes towards that. So I appreciate everybody that does help contribute, all that good stuff. Thank you very much. And a shout out to everybody in the live chat this evening, everybody that is listening from Citrus County, Florida, all the way south to Monroe County, Florida. Those of you in Southeast Georgia, from Glenn County, Camden County, Charlton County, Ware County, you know what I'm saying, Thomas County in the building, and all the good old state of Utah. I appreciate all y'all too. Miss Aja, I'm just gonna ask you, what's your opinion on this Trump air quote indictment? Give me your opinion on this air quote indictment.
You know, okay. So first of all, I'm like, so are we going to jack up Bill Clinton? I'm just asking. Because he had to pay Paula Jones and a whole bunch of other hoes. But hey, that's his business, right? So if we're going to be pressing charges against people, especially former presidents, so let's go and jack up Bill Clinton. Okay, so overall, this is the most monkey bullshit that I've ever seen in my life. To me, at first I was like, I hope Trump ain't playing this and he set this up so he can win. Because he's a master at that, right?
Yeah,
but at
he's
the
a
same,
master troll.
He's a master. The Art of the Deal. Go read it. He will cock up some stuff, him and Roger Stone and everybody, and say, okay, let's spin this. But at the same time, what are they really distracting us from with this whole thing? And I had to really sit back. Everybody was like, oh my God, Trump this and Trump, this isn't right. And you know, I'm like, shit, people get indicted every damn day, so it really don't make a difference to me. But then you do it to a former president. But what is the real distraction? So I started digging more. I started going to TikTok.
Oh Lord, You going to the misinformation hub of social media, TikTok.
Yes, I was going to the
Yes,
misinformation. That's where I saw people that were posting like, this is a distraction. I have to agree. What is it that they're really hiding from us? That, you know, they're doing this to a former president, which is a big deal. It is concerning, but at the same time, I'm not alarmed with it because he's going to get off. I mean,
right?
It's a nothing burger. So, what is it that they distracted us from? Because isn't it ironic and sad that there was a school shooting by a transgender person, and we were all upset, we were pissed, we were like, oh my God, a school shooting, this is a school shooting, you know, but then when we found out it was a transgender person, let's indict Trump to get people off of that subject.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So when I started saying, wait a minute, these 6 people, 3 kids and 3 adults were shot and killed by a transgender. Mm-hmm. We were trying to figure out how, what, when, what the fuck is going on here again at a private Christian school. But when the media caught wind that this person was a transgender, all of a sudden, let's indict the former president.
Right. And then turn around.
Wait. Hold it. Then, as that is going on, as I went to my TikTok conspiracy theorists, my woke people, they said, did you know that Russia and China are teaming up with currency? I said, well, there it is. There it is. This is what they distracted us from.
But see, here's the thing, right? And I'm going to say it's all of our liberty defenders here on that support the show. We had already talked about BRICS creating reserve currency, right, y'all? Mm-hmm. We had already talked about BRICS creating a reserve currency months ago. We knew it was going down, and then with the bankruptcy of Evergrande, right? Which was one of the major money pushers in the AIIB, that itself was a distraction to push China to the side for a second, right? China laid low. And then when China started talking about we're going into Taiwan again, all of a sudden the AIIB is handing out loans again. Wait, I thought Evergrande was Audi. Wait a minute. Who's your new backer? And no one can find out who their new the new AIIB backer is. And now that the AIIB is back online, they can create that reserve currency they've been wanting to do.
Exactly.
That's it. People out here sleeping.
But see, it's like I'm really, really trying to figure out why would this lady, she was transgender, go to a school and randomly shoot kids. Her manifesto didn't add up. Then you indict the president, and then we're back to wokeness again. It's like...
But it's all wokeness, right? Look at what they did in Nashville at the state capitol. It's insurrection. It's an insurrection. I'm like, oh, Lord. Okay. But I mean, look. We said at the beginning of the first half, we got to use your own shit against them.
You got to use your own shit against them. But
I'm just saying.
But I'm asking this question: was this person, this shooter, were they? Are they part of something to do this, to start the distraction? Because I've always said some of these mass shootings at these schools and stuff, I'm like, wait a minute.
Well, let's go back though.
Wait a minute.
Asha, let's go back though. Let's go back a minute, right? The first mass shooting, school or not, right? Right? Was the Uvalde, right? Yeah. Boy was a cross dresser, right? Right? Mm-hmm. Right? Now, let's come down the line a little bit, right? The guy in Aberdeen, Maryland, right? That shooter, right? Identified as trans. And not too much longer after the Aberdeen incident, you had Colorado Springs, non-binary. And now we get another trans shoot.
But Uvalde
Regardless of the circumstance.
But my thing with Uvalde was a little bit different because Uvalde is a heavy Mexican cartel town.
But forget that part. The kid was some sort of either transitioning or he was a cross-dresser. And we can just look at this in the line, right? If people can find a mass shooting of some sort by a quote-unquote straight person for the last year, I would like to know. It's all been people that have been from the alternative community.
But
right?
Are they being paid and put it up to? Because this is very out of the element when you're doing statistics.
Mm-hmm. But see, here's the other part, right? Here's the other part. First of all, the non-binary, they try not to claim the non-binary, right? They try not to claim him. You didn't hear about the black trans guy in Aberdeen. You didn't hear about that, right? We saw about Uvalde, but people deflected from Uvalde, right? Because he was a cross-dresser on Instagram, and they banned it. Look, they pulled a Hunter Biden with that kid's photos on the internet. They did a Hunter Biden. They took it off and banned you for posting his videos, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they have not done this for this Aubrey person or Aiden, whatever the name is, right? And now they're weaponizing pronouns. You can't dead name a man. Shut the fuck up. Y'all been doing this same shit to melanated folks for a century. So y'all ain't got no right to sit on no stage and talk about this. Sitting in your privileged area, using their language against them, in your privilege.
Your privileged area.
Mm-hmm. And say that. So again, and then right, and I mentioned this on Friday too. And for the people that didn't listen to Friday, right, I'm gonna repeat this again. I'm sorry if it sounds repeated, y'all, but here's the thing, right? Then conservatives, I was disappointed, but
I'm disappointed every day.
I was disappointed, but I got to give props to Ben Shapiro, because Ben Shapiro used their own argument against them, so they would not be against gun control. It was beautiful, because he sat there and said maybe the transgender shouldn't have a gun.
Yeah, because that did bring up a shitstorm on Twitter.
It did, but I'm sitting here like, y'all don't even know what he did. He made y'all defend gun rights for everyone.
He turned it around. I know a lot of people, when I first read it, I'm like, oh, Lord. But then I said, okay, I see what you did here.
Mm-hmm.
I see what you did, because you want to confiscate guns from everybody, but when it comes to you want to be armed.
Yeah, right. Hello. You can't do it because of a mental disability or whatever, because you just want to ban it because he's trans. And y'all, wait. But your argument, right? Though the gun control advocates' argument is that the gun culture are a bunch of nut jobs. Wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Well, wait a minute.
You did that whole reverse psychology.
Yep.
And like I said, when you turn it around and shoot it right back to them, then they're like, they get all choked up. No, that's homophobic or all that. No.
No.
You call anytime there, besides the trans, when there was white shooters, you always call the white males mainly crazy. They're mental. They're white supremacists and everything. But when your community does it, it's a whole nother ball. It's a whole nother emotion here.
Yeah, it's the whole. We wouldn't do that.
Wouldn't do that. We wouldn't shoot up kids and everything else. But when your community does,
Now you want due process of law. Now you want due process.
Now you want equal rights. Now you want Second Amendment equally applied. Now you want free speech to be equally applied.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing. That's why I said politics has become a psychology more, and it's very fascinating to me. Like I said, I'm going to be enrolling in school pretty soon, and it's really fascinating because you live in a cognitive bubble. People live in a cognitive bubble. They believe, well, my rights should only apply to me and my own beliefs. But you, Rod,
and that's fine.
You, Rod, my rights should only apply to me and my beliefs and my feelings and with me and my pink dinosaur here. But then you, Rod, you cannot have a gun because you're a man.
Mm-hmm.
You subscribe to white supremacy. You have a mental disorder.
Right.
But then when I find out that, oh wow, a black woman shot up a school, and oh, wait a minute, yeah, and we should take guns away from black women. Oh no, you can't take away guns from us black women because we got to protect ourselves. But it was told Rod, the black man, that because he subscribes to white supremacy, he cannot own or have a gun.
But look, isn't this the same thing they did, right? And I had to tell they told black Americans long time ago you cannot own a gun because you got a mental problem. Yep, I told a transgender person that, and I was like,
it's law. It was an actual law.
Yeah, black codes. It was the part of the black codes, right?
No, it was part of that, but I have the PDF. It was right. It was a law like in the 16 or 1700s.
Yeah. And I tried to explain that to this transgender person. I was like, you're sitting here barking up the tree that a marginalized group of people in this country just went through. Right? Mm-hmm. I was like, if anything, you should be here clapping and shaking hands with conservatives and liberty-minded people that want to keep the Second Amendment unrestricted. Because if they sat for a century and a half and restricted it for a certain demographic of people because they had a mental disability, don't think they will not do it to you, because you have pundits on both sides of the aisle saying that the transsexual community has a mental illness. Don't play with me.
Rod, how many times as a black Americans do we have to say we've been told you?
I'm done. I don't have no sympathy. I straight up wrote it. I have no sympathy. Though I understand, I have no sympathy because you didn't listen.
You, what the hell is going on? But you don't want to fucking listen.
Nope.
We told you about the drugs in the community. Now everybody's, oh my God, fentanyl. So what? Okay, fentanyl. What about it? It ain't in my. What about it? I grew up in the 80s. What about it?
Yeah,
but we got this issue. Oh, we got critical race theory. What about it? Black history. Okay, what about it?
Yeah,
I was told as a kid that I originated from monkeys because I'm black. So what about it?
Yeah,
fuck me, miss me with Tommy's fucking feelings right now.
and again, this is why I love.
Miss me with critical race theory because, first of all, and I know this is going to be very hard for a lot of people, is not being taught. I don't know what the fuck's being taught, but critical race theory, it is a higher level educational course, mainly in law school, and it was in the 1970s.
Yeah, see, here's the thing,
That's
right? And this is why I love Liberty Defenders, right? Because the thing is that, you know, I'm just gonna put this out there. See, we are the woke ones. We are the ones truly woke.
We've been woke,
right? All of us Liberty Defenders have been woke from day one. Some of us have needed to be pushed along a little bit to understand a little, to gain more understanding, right? Growth and development.
Third eye of your consciousness to look outside of the whole macro issue, not the micro, but you got to look at the macro issues, kind of like economics. How does it form? What is it? What's causing this? And if you're not looking at the broader perspective and clearing your mind and saying, holy shit, this is beyond the quote unquote matrix. This is we're seeing this in real time, but then they're deflecting us with so many things all at once, where they're confusing every single issue. It used to be once a week or once a month or once a year, but it's every day.
Yep.
It's every day.
Yeah.
And you can't keep up. I can go on Twitter right now. It's something bullshit new.
Mm-hmm.
I can go on well, not really Facebook, it's my family or friends, but I can turn on the news and it's something bullshit new.
Right.
But I'm like, we just went from a school shooting to Trump back to woke. Okay, now where are we now? Where are we part of this doomsday prep? I mean, where are we?
Right. That's right. That's right, and that's what I was saying. This is why I love my liberty defenders, especially the one that listen to anything on torture liberty, because we are the woke. We've been woke before woke was woke. You know what I'm saying?
Before it was coined,
right?
Before it was coined,
and as I was saying, some of us needed to be pushed along a little bit further by fostering information between each other to gain more understanding, right? As I talk about growth and development within this network of liberty defenders, right? But we can sit here, right? And I'll say there's nothing against my conservative friends, but as liberty defenders, we have the ability to take the nuance of the issue, set it to one side, and then take the other part of the nuance of the same issue and look at those nuances and see if there's any correlation there, and then be able to make a decision instead of just going down one vein and like forget about the other part of it, right? Right, as Maj Touré has coined it, solutionary, right? Mm-hmm. We need to be more of that. We need to have the solutions instead of arguing back and forth with these people.
You have to.
Because as long as
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, as long as we're arguing, right? I mean, we can argue the macro issues, but we need to be arguing the nuance.
The nuance
of the whole of the situation. There can be many different nuances, many different positions.
But you have to get. We can talk all day, people, all day. But you got to start being active for solutions. Mm-hmm. And I'm not talking about solutions by asking the government to pass laws and bills. No. You're making government bigger. I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to talk about your governor down there with DeSantis. What he's doing is wrong. It's like, focus on the bigger issue. What is the real issue? Oh, we'll just ban wokeness. No. Stop. This stop. Stop with that foolishness, please. Because you're expanding government over a word.
Right, and that's the thing, right? And that was my complaint about the woke bill. Like, look, he was entirely right to ban those study books in that AP African American class, because queer theory has nothing to do with quote unquote Black history, African American history, whatever you want to call it, right? Has nothing to do with it. He was with it. He was. I applauded him for that one, because
it was presented so wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And where he could have did it a little bit more intellectually and explained.
Right. Instead of having to explain at the podium. Right?
At the podium. Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
But I also fault his Republicans for not presenting that properly either, because the way they wrote the bill.
No. They don't want to, because they don't. The problem, and I've been on the side because I know how the system, the propaganda goes. They don't do that. They don't want to show it properly because they want to have the clickbait media propaganda. Oh, look, DeSantis banned Black history. Oh, now we're starting up another fucking shit war.
Right. You're right. You're exactly right.
Because the pundits, that's how they get paid.
Yep.
That's how they get paid.
And that's it. They
didn't explain what he banned and why, because they could have said, like Tucker, oh, you know what? We don't feel that, queer theory belongs with the, We don't agree with that, and having it with African American history because they have a enduring history throughout our nation. No. Oh, we ban Black history.
Yeah,
That's
and
it.
that's exactly it. Yep, that was exactly
and
it.
it's irresponsible journalism that's really dividing. That's why I said Russia and China.
Yes.
China. Gog and Magog. It's all biblical.
Mm-hmm.
While they're over there teaming up, and you sent Jekyll Hyena Kamala Harris over to Ghana. Donald fuck over. Sent her on that damn.
Don't do that. Don't do it. See? How you? Wait.
Kamala.
I'm about to hyperventilate. Wait a minute. Wait. Stop. Don't do this. Don't do this. You just wait.
I went down that road, man.
Oh my God. You just didn't sit here and call.
I did say that about the vice president.
Call her a jackal hyena in Ghana, knowing damn well jackals and hyenas are home to Ghana. Oh my God, I can't do this with you right now. I can't do it.
Breathe,
oh my God.
breathe. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna let Rod breathe for a minute.
Oh my God, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die on the microphone. I'm gonna die. Y'all, if y'all don't ever see me again, just know I died. I died laughing happy.
I'm serious. They sent her over there. She didn't know what the hell to talk about, and she looked like she didn't want to be there because she don't know what the fuck she's doing.
Oh my God!
I said what I said.
No, she don't. You ain't lying.
I said what I said.
Oh my God. I can't detect the lie there. I can't detect any lies. You sent the hyena back to its homeland.
Back to its homeland. I'm just saying.
Oh my God. Oh, we're going to hell. We're going to hell.
No.
Oh, we're going straight to hell.
Even the devil laughing. He said, shit.
Right.
He said, this girl got me.
Oh my God. But I mean, look.
But keep it real. Keep it real. But see, and this is the thing. The left and the right, they pull these snippets because that's how they get paid. That's how you got to start asking, who are you listening to? Why are they saying this in the way they're saying it? And who is paying them?
Right. That's right.
Who is paying them? And then you get one side riled up over, and then you get another side riled up over, well, that's not my pronoun. Okay, I got pronouns too. It's called fuck around to find out. So if you want to go down, okay, so you got pronouns, I got pronouns. So now what?
Right.
So now what? Well, are you woke, Aja? Yes, I'm conscious. I'm aware. That's what it is.
Right.
You can't argue with that definition because that's what it is.
Right. That's right.
So I got both sides. I put it back on them. Yep, I'm woke, and my pronouns are fuck around to find out.
You're right.
You can call me crazy. I'm crazy. So, oh my God, she crazy. Don't ask her what her pronouns are, and don't ask her if she's woke. Because I'll go Eric Mays on you. Because I'll go straight up Eric Mays on you.
Right.
You clown, I could double clown. I could flip it back on you in a heartbeat, and you can't say anything. And that's where people really need to start looking at the bigger picture. Who is behind this? Why are they doing it? Because at the end of the day, all of them, the pundits, the elected officials from the local, state, and federal government, the lobbyists, the donors, they're all in cahoots. They're all in cahoots.
Yes, they are. Yes,
They're
they
all in
are.
cahoots. I'm not knocking a lot of lobbyists. Trust me, I thought about lobbying too, but for veteran issues and different things like that. But I couldn't sell my soul. And people say, well, how come you never got elected? You know why I didn't get elected the last time or the time around? Because let me tell you a true story here. They wanted me to come against CRT. I said, for what? Well, we need to fundraise to be against CRT. I said, I don't even know what the hell CRT is. So why am I going to fundraise to be against something that's not even being taught? And that was money. I could have raised $1 million. But I have integrity to say I'm not going to sell my soul. I'm going to have and keep my integrity. Are you there?
Yep, I feel that.
But you have these other candidates. I'm not going to mention names, not yet. One day I will. Going to drop names. I will be on your show. They will go on the same. They sold their souls, and they don't have any integrity, and that's why they raise so much money. But because I didn't sell my soul and I have integrity and I'm not foolish enough to sell out my own folks or even American people or something that I don't understand just to raise a $500,000 to $1 million. Everything is about raising money. This whole Trump indictment, Alvin Biggs, is that the district attorney?
Alvin Bragg. Alvin
Bragg, yeah, he's Trump's biggest fundraiser right now.
Mm-hmm.
Trump raised about almost $6 to $10 million in one day.
Right. Yep.
In one day, everything is about the money. At the end of the day, I tell people you need capital to have leverage. You're going to have to get out in your communities, and you're going to have to really push. Especially all the liberty-minded people, you're going to have to go grassroots and start fundraising to fight back. You're going to have to do it because the machine on both sides, even the LGBT community, the crybaby conservative Inc. community, they're all getting all this money and they're all getting on TV and they're passing bills such as the what's the act that they're trying to ban
the Restrict Act.
Restrict Act, because all those lobbyists got all that, or all the influencers and everybody, they got all that money to grease hands and rub elbows with and rub feet with all those lawmakers to pass that act because of money.
Yep.
We will reelect you if you pass this. We will reelect you if you do this. We will do a favor for your cousin or your niece to get a job at our firm if you do this.
Yep, that's how they do.
It's the ghetto boy. It's the good ghetto boy. The good old boy system.
Mm-hmm.
It's ghetto too. So
she says ghetto too. She says my mind playing tricks on me.
Right? But that's how it is. If you I see some great people like Donnie and Jeff and others are like, we're liberty minded. You have to get leverage. You have to get capital to really push the movement, because the left and the right, they're the same bird and the same wing. The same birds. How does that saying go? The same bird with
it's two wings on two wings of the same bird.
Same bird. Two wings on the same bird.
Yep.
So you got one side saying my master's better than yours, and the other saying, well, my master lets me tap dance at nighttime for 5 minutes on his porch. Okay? Yeah. Okay? So then you have one side that uses both sides, they use black Americans against each other. Now they're beefing up. Now you got the transgender movement and the LGBTQ movement, the other movements on the left, and guarantee the log cabin Republicans are coming out and saying, wait a minute, this ain't right here. No.
But you know what? But you know what you watch this. You know what the smartest demographic is though, amongst all of this. You know the smartest one is? It's the Jewish people.
Oh, yeah.
They sitting back, psh, y'all a damn fool. They seen it, and it's like, you know.
Mm-hmm.
They even, and people also have to remember too, right? People also have to remember too that their grandparents, right? If the folks that are alive today, right? Their grandparents told that the ones that survived Auschwitz and Dachau and all of that told them how Germany was and how they did it, and they passed that down. They don't step into you. When have you ever seen a Jewish pundit on either on the left or the right? You don't.
Yeah, you do.
Because they know the division is what got them in trouble.
Ben Shapiro's Jewish.
Yeah. But that's what I'm right. But you don't have a whole because they know, like, no, we're not even getting in the middle of this because we know this division where it's going to lead. Just like the one movie I'm actually going to show it on my Patreon now that I can get access to it now. It's she's a survivor of Holocaust survivors. And she did a movie. It's called what's it called? Never Again Is Now. Let me tell you, like I just saw the first episode and I was like blown away at the historical context that she brought forward in that movie. And I'm anxious to watch the rest of it because it's like it's all 100% true.
But here's the thing, and this is what I tell, especially with Black America. I'm like this. There are issues, but right now, focus on economics in the community.
Yeah.
I mean, we can talk about reparations all day. We can talk about everything that we've talked about since I was a kid, since you were a kid. But at the end of the day, get out into, and I know people are like, why is she telling this to the Black community? Because we stick our nose into shit too much too.
Yep, that's right.
Where we could say, you know what, that's not our battle. Why should we be concerned with it? Because at the end of the day, if we have a battle, ain't nobody here to fight for us.
And that what Malcolm said?
Yeah. That's the same thing. So yeah, Malcolm did say similar. He did say that. Like you just said, the Jewish community, they ain't saying shit. I know the Muslim community, they ain't saying shit.
Nope.
They ain't saying shit. It's not our problem. It's not our fight.
Nope.
It's not our fight. I'm sorry. And I'm saying this to even for the Black community. It's like I get on Twitter and you're all over the damn place, but I'm like, have you made any economic improvements and strides? Not individually, but in the community to pool your money and resources together, because we are a 1.8 or 1.6 trillion dollar consumer base. Have you got at least 10 people to form an LLC or a homeschool or charter school, so then you don't have to go to the school boards and fight against Black history? If you feel, and the Libertarian, I forgot if it was Mrs. or the Libertarian Party, they said if you don't want this, then homeschool, pull your kids out.
Right.
Or if you want it and they're not teaching in school, do homeschool. Here we are fighting over public education, which we know is shitty. Solve the damn problem. Start charter schools and homeschools.
Yep.
And teach the curriculum that you want.
Or if homeschooling or any of that's not an option, guess what? You get 5 or 6 of your buddies together in each of your school board districts, and you run for office and you win.
There you go.
Right?
Oh no, that's the only way you're going to make change.
Right.
instead of fighting and fighting and fighting. But economically, like I'm on this economic warpath here for this next 2 to 3 years. It's like pull your money together and stay out of every fucking fight. Stay out of it. You don't have to fight every battle. Yeah, you can engage. I engage a little bit, but I'm like, you know what? I'm just trying to sell life insurance and build a business and do everything that I can do on my part, but I can't jump into every fight and put my foot into every fight. You're constantly losing and you're getting upset where the fight, I hate to say this, but the LGBTQ community is not our fight per se.
Right.
It's not. They use us, like I said in the beginning, they use especially black women to justify everything that they're trying to fight for. It's like, no. Mm-hmm. Stop using the 1964 Civil Rights Bill. It was for black people only.
Yep.
The 14th Amendment was for freedmen only.
Right. That's right.
You go fight over there. Now, if you black and you want to go fight for the trend, for them, go right ahead. But don't use us as a collective group to fight all the time. We fought, we died, our parents, our grandparents, our great grandparents, all of us, we went through 400 plus years of this shit.
Yeah.
We don't need to keep jumping in and fight. No, we need to buckle down, go buy some land, and to say, you know what, y'all have at it.
Yep.
We're done. We're done.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. Hey, Ms. Asha, thank you for coming through as always. I appreciate everybody.
I'm sorry that I put you in a hyperventilated laugh.
Man, you can't do that no more. We're gonna call the ambulance, the police.
When I started over there, I was waiting for some hyenas to be like, "Come on, girl, come into the pack."
Lord Jesus.
Come on. Hakuna Matata.
Man, look here.
I was waiting.
I know you lying. I know
that.
you lying. Oh, I know you lying.
Hakuna Matata.
Oh, I know you lying.
I was waiting. Because she kept saying, "Oh yeah, this would be great. Yeah, this would be great. And this would be great." And I'm like, "Oh." I was waiting for like the Zulus to come out and grab her.
Look.
Shaka Zulu tribes or witch doctors.
No, we ain't doing this right. But
I was really waiting for her to start singing Hakuna Matata. Ain't no worries.
Man. Man, look.
With the little warhol and a muskrat.
You trying to get me canceled?
I know your fan base is rolling because when I saw her in Ghana, I said, "Oh hell!" I said, "Girl."
Yes, you know it's true.
I was waiting for her to reference Coming to America. I was waiting.
Man, look. You can't do that.
She felt very uncomfortable being in the motherland, even though she ran as the first black female vice president. I would have been all over the place. I would have been doing all kinds of dances and celebrations and everything, but no, she wasn't there. The first black female. She ran as the first black woman. I'm just saying.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
I'm just saying. She felt uncomfortable with the spirits, the ancestor spirits. They were whooping her.
You told Miss Seeley to beat me.
You told her. You told Harpo to beat me.
Man, we gotta get out of here. Hey, I love you, girl. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody in the.
Just go back and look. You can see the ancestor spirits.
Stop.
Stop.
Stop. I can't even do the outro. You gotta stop a minute. Hey, I appreciate everybody for coming through as always.
But everybody keep fighting. Keep fighting the fight because they're gonna keep up the con.
Yeah. Hey, I love all you. I appreciate everybody coming through this evening. As always, make sure you stop by tomorrow night for What the Hill. Until next time, life, love, liberty, and happiness. Peace.
Thanks for listening to the Southern Liberty Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode and you'd like to help support the podcast, please share it with others. Post about it on social media. Subscribe to our Patreon at patreon.bpmg.us or leave a rating and review on iTunes. To catch all the latest from Roderick, you can follow him on social media at manofjustice007. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.